Time for the Weird and Wacky segment.
Abominable snowman.
He's not an axe murderer.
One of the TAs turned out to be a bot.
First up in Weird and Wacky, another AI story. Man arrested for creating fake bands with AI, then making $10 million by listening to their songs with bots. Because AI and bots.
So this was not me, just to be clear. I did make songs with AI. I did not create bots to listen to my fake songs and make me money for no good reason. Just so we're all
the man's name was Adam Walker.
It was not me. Not it. Yeah, I mean, like this is like the same old scam like that people have done forever. It's like, hey, you can get money by getting these clicks. Let me go create a whole bunch of bots to do those clicks and then get me money. Like, you're just stealing from people, man. That's not cool. Like
this is again why we cannot have nice things.
I'm saying. So
right,
yeah.
Like just don't.
All right. Speaking of Teen Wolf, this is amazing. Internet picks, quote, werewolf clawing off its own shirt, end quote, as new Michigan I voted sticker. Because when you let the internet pick things, the internet is gloriously able to pick the most obscure, weird, random, amazing thing. I mean, Bodie McBoatface. Like,
Bodie
come on. That might be the best name of a boat I've ever heard in my entire life. And it's because the internet has a weird sense of humor.
And they call that back in this article saying that, you know, they really should have called one Bodie McBoatface. Because,
yes. Like, Bodie McBoatface. Yes.
I mean, so this sticker is in Michigan.
Yeah.
And my goodness, every single voting election official in Michigan should order this sticker.
Oh man, it's amazing.
None of the others.
It's amazing.
I wish we had something like this in Georgia because I'm probably going to do the absentee ballot thing because, you know, I don't want to just deal with the thing on the day of or even beforehand.
Right.
But that means I don't get the sticker. If there was some cool sticker like this, I would show up in person.
I'm saying, man.
And I would not stick it on my shirt. I would save that bad boy.
Yeah.
For the future.
It's the way.
Show my grandkids, be like, I voted in that 2024 election and here's the sticker I got.
I love your grandpa voice. That's a good voice. You should use that voice more often.
Sonny, here's my sticker. Is that a good voice? I don't know.
Yeah, that was great. Okay. Yeah. Call me Sonny. That's great.
Sonny. Mm-hmm. And next up, we've got F1 racer Lando. First of all, that's a cool name. Lando Norris just drove a McLaren P1 made of Legos. And not even just the car made of Lego. The car, it's a full-size
car.
McLaren.
Yeah.
But the motor also is the Lego battery pack and motor. And
I didn't realize the motor was Lego.
Yes.
Oh.
They drove it an entire lap. So
wow.
Like, what do they say? Like, it was like 3
and the thing weighs within 400 pounds of the regular McLaren. So this is a very heavy, very big vehicle. And like, back to your name, like when you name your kid Lando Norris, like obviously he's going to be an F1 racer or a fighter pilot or something. I mean, come on,
gotta be something like that.
Gotta be something amazing like that, obviously. So
I mean, his call sign's Calrissian for sure. But yeah, so it did. Yeah. This car did a 3.66 mile loop on the track.
That's crazy, man.
They didn't say how fast it went.
I really wanted to know how fast. Obviously,
I can't imagine it's as fast as the real McLaren.
No, not even close. No.
But it's still pretty cool.
All right, next up, and we still have some more for you in Weird and Wacky. Like we got a lot packed in today. Teenager builds robot to solve Rubik's Cube. I thought, now this has been
made
done
out of
before.
Legos too.
Was it made out of Legos? Oh, I think I've seen this before. Yeah. I've seen the video of this before. It's incredible. Didn't it solve it like super, super fast too?
I don't know how fast it solves it, but they did this with 5,000 lines of Python code. Which
5,000. Oh my gosh.
I can't solve the Rubik's Cube myself.
My son can solve it. It's just an algorithm. He does it great. He does
I know,
it. No
but
deal.
that's more space in my brain that I don't need to dedicate to that. So I just keep fiddling with it.
Fair enough.
I'll just give it to the Lego robot now.
All right. Last up. What you got?
Last up, and this is the heartwarming, nice, fun story.
It's kind of amazing.
Different from Weird and Wacky.
Yep.
John Bon Jovi helps talk a woman down from a ledge on a Nashville bridge. So he was out there filming. First of all, that's the awesome part too. He's filming a new music video for something.
Yeah, he is on a bridge in Nashville where the public was still on the bridge. Like,
so they didn't close down the bridge.
I know.
And I'm like, what song is this that he's filming for?
Right.
So this woman was contemplating suicide and jumping off the bridge, I think. And
yeah, well, did you see the video?
Her. Yeah, it's incredible.
She's on the other side. She's on the wrong side of the rail, like on the outside of the rail. And you just watch like John Bon Jovi just like casually walks over and starts talking to her with a woman next to him. And then like they end up kind of grabbing the woman and like helping her back on the other side of the railing. And then he like ends up like hugging her, like holding on to her for a while, like to help her. And I mean, just such a cool human thing to do from like a rock legend. Like that's so cool, man.
If anything's going wrong in your life and John Bon Jovi shows up to save the day, you know, like everything's going to be fine.
I mean, it's,
And honestly,
so
like looking at this, this is the thought that I had. It's election season. We're coming up on the election. There is one president, vice president pick. Like I think 99% maybe even 100% of the population would vote for John Bon Jovi and Dolly Parton. I can't tell you which one. I can't tell you which one should be president and which one should be vice president. It almost doesn't matter between the two of them.
I'm voting Dolly Parton at the top of the ticket.
You think Dolly Parton first?
Dolly Parton is an amazing human being. I've heard all kinds of really interesting stories about things that she's done to help people, and she does it very anonymously.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. She takes no credit.
Yeah, zero credit.
She funded the initial stuff for the COVID vaccine, and no credit, right?
Yeah.
And that, I mean, it came out later, but and like all the things that she's done for kids with books and reading.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
tons.
It's
and
just incredible.
I heard another story about her the other day where she made a ton of money from that Bodyguard song, you know, and I Will Always Love You. That's her song. So she made a ton of money off of that song. So she took that money and invested it in like a really, really poor part of Nashville. And like bought all the buildings and like all the land so that people's rents would not go up and they could sort of maintain. And she did it just totally anonymously, just didn't tell anybody and owned it for the longest time. And, you know, so, I mean, she just does great things. She seems like,
don't you think that ticket, like, Dolly Parton, that's Tennessee, and John Bon Jovi, New Jersey, like, I think that's a lock. Like, I would be hard pressed to find somebody.
The only problem is age, man, because aren't they both close to? I mean, they're 70s,
they're up there.
80s, they're pretty.
But the way they live and the goodness of them, like I gotta believe they've got at least another 20, 30 years.
All right. I hope so.